What's up everyone, TJ Goodall here, and it's been a long time, but I'm back with doing figure reviews, and today we'll be reviewing this Batman, the animated series, The Joker, by McFarlane Toys, Collect the Build, Lockup. Honestly, I don't remember who that is. I watched the Batman animated series, but I do not remember him at all. But we're not here for him. We are here for the Joker. And in the box, he looks pretty cool. I picked him up at Target. He was on sale, usually $30. It was $17. I had to pick him up. I love Joker. I love most versions. I love most versions of Joker. The one from Suicide Squad is kind of, but I love this version of Joker from the animated series. He's a bundle of laughs. Without further ado, let's as soon as I grab my scissors, we'll get into this. But before I open him up, let's look at the box. Sorry, on the side you have that classic 2D animation style animated series Joker with his hat, trench coat. You got a full rendition of Lockup. I keep forgetting this name. Lockup. Right here with other possible figures that you can get. I did see the Riddler, it's just I didn't bother picking him up. I might, if he's still at Target, I might go back and pick him up, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm really just scared about the Joker. But you can get Riddler, you can get Gordon, you could get Batman from this wave series. I know in the second wave you can get like Albert, but I can't find him. Anyways, this is the side. This is the side view, and back to the front, bottom, top, window. Alright, let's open them up. I know there was a more expensive, the animated series Joker from another company, but this one looks pretty good as well. And $17? Not bad. Sadly, he's not going to be able to remove his hat, but it's still a nice look for Joker. Let's see him out of the box. And here it looks like we get this collectible card. McFarlane seems to do that a lot with all their figures. Get this collectible, tradable card. So make sure to not throw away your boxes without removing your card first, because there's a card always attached to these things. We'll remove that later. So yeah, I got a couple of other things that I found at Target at one point, that other things I need to review. So that wasn't supposed to happen. Now you can see what you can look forward to. And here's the card I took out of the box. Here's the front view and the back. And a little bit of data file on Joker. Homicidal artist of the age of chaos. The Clown Prince of Crime is the embodiment of everything Batman fights against and everything Gotham City fears. Alright, that's cool. A collectible card. Let's put that back over here. It'd be nice if Joker had a small card to go in his hand. Here's the Joker figure in the full body in the plastic. Better view of what accessories you get. It's weird how he has like this pointing hand and this obvious gun holding hand, but he doesn't come with any weapons. No weapons, but he has the hands to hold a weapon. So that's kind of strange, but supposedly I'll find a plastic gun around here I can pose him with somewhere in my collection. These are two arms for Lockup. Here's a good back view of what we couldn't see inside the box. Alright, let's get him out of this plastic and this wiring. Take a deeper look at him. Alright, this is Joker here, out of the box and standing by himself, which is good. Even though this is McFarlane, and he doesn't come with a stand, but I'm going to find out if he actually does sit on a genuine McFarlane stand. So I'm trying to put this in the bag hole. It's a little bit tight, and this may not work for him. But sounds like it actually went in. Yeah, and he's on there. So if you have other McFarlane figures, the McFarlane standardized stand base is going to work for this Joker animated series figure as well. And with that, we will take advantage of that. Look at him from a side. On the back, angles to the other side. Nice side profile when he gets arrested. Focus on that. Yeah, and I didn't know about picking up this figure for $30, but $17 is a pretty good deal for what you're getting. And granted, this head does not come off, but you are getting an animated series Joker style, which is pretty neat. The teeth on Joker could use some work, because it does not continue all the way down to the bottom of the lip or at the top in the corner there, but that's a nitpick. That's really a nitpick. I really don't mind it, because far away, you're not going to see that. You don't see it. You definitely don't see it. When really close up, you're going to see them. Of course, we have our standardized loose bow tie. He's got it on his shirt with his purple pants. His trench coat is a softer rubbery plastic against a hard plastic. It seems like that there's like this purple thing going on here, and I think it's because of the 2D animated shading. I think this is supposed to be that animated shading look that they did here, which is kind of weird and wonky in my opinion, but I don't hate it. It's like it kind of looks wonky, but I kind of like it that way. I kind of like how they're trying to be different with that 2D shaded style on a 3D figure. Yeah. Of course, have basic shoes. Nothing too fancy going on here. Yeah, just all around solid, basic animated Joker. Now, one thing I'm having a little bit of problem with understanding this McFarlane figure, because look at the hands. All right, I'm assuming these are like the Joy Buzzer hands. My camera does not like to focus all the time. That's what happens when you're using a phone. Yeah, it seems like these are the Joy Buzzer hands, but I feel like there's something should be in the middle here. Not really much painting going on here, which is okay, but if you look at the card, let me get it. The card obviously looks like that those gloves should be a little more gray than the skin white, the bleach white that Joker's skin has. But they're just kind of the same skin tone as white here. They're just kind of the same. I thought they could have did that better. All in all, you still see this Joker face, and you look at the figure. I say that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, besides the hands, these other sets of hands. Now this definitely looks like he should be holding something. This looks like he should be holding like a detonator, like some type of device to activate an explosive, but he doesn't come with that. These hands look like hands that he would be holding a card or a rose or something. Definitely a Joker card. It looks like he should be holding a card in these hands, but he doesn't come with a card. Why is that, McFarlane? You make these hands where he's supposed to be animated doing stuff with them, but these hands aren't holding and they don't have any accessories to hold. This actually, this looks like the detonator hand. This looks like the detonating device hands, and the other one was the gun wielding hands. But yeah, there is no detonator, no gun, no card to hold. So I was like, this figure set is great, and for $17, not bad, but I feel like he is genuinely missing accessories to fit this look. I mean, I feel like for the animated series, he should have a Tommy gun. I remember the animated series Joker, he had a Tommy gun. He was shooting crazy, guns blazing. Are we allowed to say guns on YouTube anymore? I don't care. Guns, 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 violence, violence, shoot, 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 bullet, bullet, gun. But yeah, anyways, nice set of hand accessories. It's just, I wish you had stuff to actually go with those hands. Yet, I can always find a plastic gun in my collection to put on his hands. I can find a detonating device. Actually, I do have one from Krillin, where he blows up 18 from Dragon Ball. I can always use that, but I feel like Joker should have his own. And I could just make a card out of a piece of cardboard or clay and put it in his hand, but I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. That should come with this set because these hands were made for that. I'm giving the looks and accessories, I'm gonna say a generous 8 out of 10. For the overall aesthetic and accessories that you're getting, 8 out of 10. There is some room for improvement between some facial detail and some more accessories to go along with these hands. I mean, at least a Tommy gun, I feel like that's important. At least a Joker card. I feel like the Joker card is very important. But let's move on to articulation. Okay, head articulation. Where are we going? All the way around. We're going 3D. He's looking down about that much. Looking down. He's looking up that high. That high. No higher than that. There isn't really much torso action going on, so yeah. That's how high he's going to get him, but you're definitely going to get him much lower. Cool, glaring look. Let's get a little bit of a neck rock right here. Must be a ball joint. Simple ball joint probably in there. Get some tilting head action there. Alright, for anything in that midsection, the torso, I don't think so. Even though I see like there's like an obvious cut right here, I don't think there's anything there. Let me try. I am sure going to try. Oh, wait, there is. Wait, there is one basic swivel joint in there. It's kind of hard to do it, but actually it does exist. There is a joint between that waist and torso. Alright, pretty basic. Alright, but there is a joint there. It's just kind of hard to move, especially with this trench coat being mostly in the way. It's kind of hard to twist around. But it is possible. Alright, arms. You're going 360. Going up. About this high. No higher. Let's see if I can... If you flip the arm around, you can actually... This actually is a soft plastic too. A little bit of a softer plastic. Here you can get that extra arm reach up to the sky just a little bit on that coat. Not bad. Let's see, with this arm, you are getting... Hold on. Oh, that looks worse than 90. Hold on. Let's see, we got a better angle here. Oh, a little worse than 90. I don't think I'm going to get better. No. That is the best that we have. It's not better than 90, it's worse than 90. That's more like 97. 97 to 100. Mostly 97. We are not bending very good there. But not too bad. Just not going to kid him into any crazy... No crazy his arms holding to his chest right here. That's a little unfortunate. But doable. Same things with the other arm. I must say, as new figures go, I'm not having any issues with moving the joints. These joints feel all smooth and fluid. There's nothing here that makes me feel like I'm gonna break it. And they're all pretty sturdy enough to hold the pose anywhere. Nothing feels loosey-goosey. But it's nice and smooth, okay? Something SH Figure Arts cannot do because their joints are always stiff, usually. Oh boy. Alright, now, let's go to the scary part, the legs. What are we doing with those legs? I know this is going to hinder it. I'm going to move these arms out of the way. This code is going to hinder the legs. But let's find out. He can kick forward. Pretty good. Forward kicking. Let's see. Yeah, that code is going to hinder his articulation moving backwards. We're going to get some articulation hindrance there. I thought about this and I thought maybe I should make a deeper cut, like on the back here. I feel like I should make a deeper cut so he'll be able to articulate his legs better. But if I can just bend this a little bit. Bend this, revealing his Joker butt. If I could just fold this just a bit up here, right, like that. Yes. If I could just fold that code. This actually is a nice look. This actually is a nice look for Joker jumping down somewhere. Like, catch me, Batman! Time for me to get away! But yeah. Okay, so we got some forward, back. We can go pretty good back. If you take that coat back, he is going wild on that leg. Like, yeah, he can do a front way split. He can do a front way split from this. Alright, so pretty good. You can sit down. There's no swivel to swivel these legs side to side. They just kind of do this leg. Okay, this is weird. This one seemed like that leg looks better than the other one. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Okay, so not quite 90 degrees. He can sit down, just not quite complete 90, and he is not getting any better than that, okay? He is not going back. He cannot kick his butt. That's just how far he's going to get. So this cut angle is not the greatest for figure standards. This could be a lot better. So far the elbows and knee joints could be a lot better. So there's left to be desired here. Not bad, but they could do better, definitely. Legs could be better. Let's see. I think, oh, and look at this. Without that coat in the way, he is definitely doing the splits. Joker is definitely doing the splits. You are getting splits with this Joker. He can hold it too. And this pose kind of looks like Michael Jackson. Smooth criminal. Alright, for the feet, I don't think we're getting much articulation at the feet. There's no joints here. I don't think there's any joint here. There's seems like some swivel where you can spin the feet around. Yes, you can spin the feet around. I don't want to go any further because I don't want to break it. He can just kind of shimmy his leg left to right. Same with the other foot. He can just shimmy. Okay, this one wants to go all the way around. Okay, so there is possible 360. This one's a little bit tighter, but that's okay. I'm not going to be putting this foot backwards anytime soon. Yeah. Just regular swivel, nothing too crazy, nothing too out there. Okay. So yeah, you are getting a lot more articulation if his coat is up, but when it's down, I mean, even if you have it at this angle, you can probably still get it. At this angle, you can probably still get a lot out of him. But when it's all the way down, it's pretty hindering. The coat is very hindering when it's down. I really think to solve that, if I just cut this up a little bit more, from this point to here, I think that will solve that hindrance of articulation. So yeah, articulation. It's pretty good. It could be better. I'm giving the articulation a 6 out of 10. It definitely suffers in some basic areas. There is no ab crunch whatsoever. The head can't really look up from here. It can look down, but it can't really look up. The arms bend worse than 90. The legs bend worse than 90. There's little to no articulation at the ankles. There's not that much articulation going on for this figure. And for most of McFarlane figures, they can actually articulate better than this. That's why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Although, like, I will give them credit, besides this coat definitely gets in the way, but I showed how he can do the splits front ways, and he can do the splits without this coat in the way. When it's folded up, he can do the splits horizontal, just not with the coat on. So we can do good splits, but with the hindrance of this coat, and the lack of articulation in the elbow and knee joints. Yeah, 6 out of 10 for that articulation. Oh, I forgot to move the wrist. Okay. So basic, pretty good. This articulation swivel. Again, forward and backwards. On both sides. Very easy. Well, the left arm was easy. Alright, there we go. I wonder how hard is it to remove a hand. Let's see. Oh, actually very easy. It is very easy to remove a hand. So if I just replace that with, let's see, gun wielding hand. This one's pretty good. Okay. Putting a new hand in his arm is a little bit difficult. On camera. Off camera, I'm sure it's easier. Alright, I think I got it in there. I think it's in there. Yeah. Alright. Alright, good. And I must say, he stands very well without the stand in the back there. He can stand just fine by himself. Yeah. Right. let's do some figure comparisons. Here we have an Overwatch figure, standing roughly the same height as Joker, just a little bit taller. Here we have two Jack-specific Sonic figures, Silver and Blaze, next to Joker. I think that's pretty accurate height. Next we got Marvel Legends, Alfred Molina, Doc Ock, Spider-Man 2, even though this is from the No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home version. Premium Doc Ock with all his bendy, wiry tentacles. And Star Wars Black Series General Grievous. And General Grievous can be taller than Joker, even at this point. He's still crouching. Yeah, pretty decently sized. And we got the SH Figuarts, Monkey D. Luffy. And I don't remember where this came from, but we got say his name. Say it, Rob. Beetlejuice. I get him to stand up. That'd be nice. Yo. Beetlejuice from his animated series. I'm not gonna say it anymore. Beetle. Next up, we got the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball. When Goku was a kid, Dragon Ball Bulma. And we got Dragon Ball Evil Demon King Piccolo. Towering right over the Joker. But also Joker is taller than Bulma from this state, so this makes sense. I must say, Joker is very acceptable to the Dragon Ball line, SH Figuart and Dragon Stars, which leads me to my next comparison. Dragon Stars, Perfect Cell, and Super Baby 2 Vegeta. Looking at the power scaling, Joker is looking a bit nervous in the middle there. He is getting outclassed very quickly. But yeah, I still think this is accurate scaling, even within the Dragon Ball line and Dragon Stars. Cell should be a little bit taller, maybe. Here's a better focus look. I still gotta say, that Dragon Stars Perfect Cell, it still looks good. It still holds up. It's not as bulky as the Figurized Perfect Cell. And it's not as small as the SH Figuarts Perfect Cell. I think this is the most perfect cell. Out of any other cell, I believe this one is the absolute perfect of perfection. Yes. Hello. Darkseid, again towering right next to the Joker. Very good. Darkseid should be bigger, but he's still taller than Joker, and that's the most important part. And of course, as a Joker enthusiast, yes, we got more Jokers. We got Jokers from the Ninja Batman. What, movie? Movie? Series? Movie? I actually like this portrayal of Joker. I like this one a lot, Batman. Poison Ivy's gonna be so mad at you, Batman, cutting down all the trees. Here's McFarlane's, what is this, Arkham? Batman Arkham? Dark Knight? Joker? From the games. As you see, is much taller than the other Jokers. Yeah. Both McFarlane. And add another very tall Joker. We're gonna put here. Oh goodness. Don't fall on me now. Oh boy, he's even tall. He's even taller. Hold on. Let me get a better view. Yeah, there they are. I must say, Ninja Joker is pretty on par with the animated series Joker when it comes to size and stature. It's McFarlane's other Jokers, the movie and Dark Knight, Arkham. They're just way taller than him. From Total Anime, we have. Why am I forgetting his name? Young Midoriya, Deku, and Anya. Looking as short as ever, but looking tall enough. If I stood him up, he'd probably be as tall or taller than Joker, which is kind of weird for a kid his size. He should be about here, but Joker, this is definitely a weird hair up. Lastly, we have a Pokemon with the Joker. Why Baneri? Because. Just because. If you know, you know.
On bats, once you catch the Pokemon, it's yours. The Pokemon belongs to me, it's mine. There's no rules against the Pokemon Batman.
And that will about do it for this Joker figure review. Overall, I have to give it overall score, so this figure, for the price that it is, it's usually $30, but if you get it on sale, like I did, I feel like that's even better. For articulation, the look, how it scales with other figures, this figure is gonna go about, I think, 7. I think this figure is a 7 overall, which is pretty good. It still lacks in necessary articulation, where you can see the other McFarlane figures and SA Figuarts can bend their elbows and these much better, as well as accessories. There still feel like there's more to be desired there. There should be other accessories to go with the hands. And yeah, overall look is pretty good, it's pretty decent. But yeah, that articulation could be so much better. So I think this figure is a 7, and for the price, it's usually $30. So for the price, I say it's a 7. I can put it at a 7.5 if you get this figure on sale. So it's a pretty good figure. If you love Joker, you'll love the figure. So if you want it, you gotta go find it. But I personally think if you should find this figure, you should get it on sale. Just got it somewhere. And that's gonna wrap up this review. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you like my content and you like what I'm doing here with these reviews. And if you want to see this channel grow, and if you really like this video, leave a like and leave a comment. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. And I'll see you in the next video that I upload. Bye, everyone. Take care.